yo, welcome back to PunchDrunk ENT. You got your guys here with your Mr. Swag and Waggy.
I'm just Dan.
And we back with another reaction.
Death battle time, people.
Ooh, and I was waiting for this one, man.
Lex Luthor versus Dr. Doom. DC versus Marvel.
Scientists versus rich scientists. Well, no, just rich.
Yeah.
What is Lex Luthor? He just
business owner.
Yeah.
He has scientists under his payroll.
Yeah.
But yeah. Genius. He's a genius at that though.
Exactly. I think, and you know what's so crazy about Lex Luthor? I think like the perfect comparison I can give to him, he's Batman with Joker qualities.
I don't think I'm Joker.
I just think because for him to, well, he, like you said, he's basically an evil Batman because he just, to me, he just does certain, I guess, things to say like, okay, how can I?
Nah, that motherfucker tries to kill Superman. At least Joker likes to keep Batman alive. Yeah. Luthor be trying to kill Superman. Now, he probably succeeded in some comic, Lex Luthor comic or whatever.
And then you got Doom. Doom is probably one of my favorite villains. Only because with him, he has his own, if I'm not mistaken, not own city. He has his like,
it's a country, Latveria.
Yeah, he has his own country. So you know he about that. And I would love to see like the story of that. So I'm just ready to go into this.
So let's do it. Before we do, make sure y'all run them lights up, subscribe to the channel, show your boys some love.
So without further ado, let's get it. Here we go. 10 years.
Lex Luthor, CEO of LexCorp and nemesis to Superman.
And Dr. Doom, King of Latveria and Doom of the Fantastic Four.
The intellect of these two evildoers is unmatched
like Mr.
in
Clean.
their own worlds.
But what happens when the geniuses of these spiteful nerds collide? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Here we go.
In the city of Metropolis, soaring above all other structures, one can find atop the tallest building an L.
Who's the dickbag that decided to literally hang that L over everyone's head? Just the one and only Lex Luthor.
Born and raised in Smallville, Kansas, Lex's early life was complicated. His father, Lionel, was a scientist doing dubious experiments on Martian Manhunter.
When the
His alias, Sexy Lexi.
Wow. Yeah, you know, he's full of himself.
I didn't know he was born in the same small town that Superman technically grew up in too.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
He was the president of UFC. What the fuck?
Yeah, president doesn't wash his hands because he's evil.
witchcraft on this evil science operation, asses had to be covered. So Lex and his old man got a convenient memory wipe, reducing Lionel to an alcoholic and setting Lex down a path to get away from his deadbeat dad. Right there with you, bud.
But because this is comics, that's just Lex's story in one continuity.
In another, he's a mad scientist. In another, he's a self-made billionaire. And in yet another, he was friends with Superboy until Superboy made him bald. No wonder this guy's so cynical.
Regardless of which Lex we're talking about, he hates Superman.
Damn.
In his eyes, if Superman continues to exist, humanity will become weak and reliant on him, and ultimately perish. Supposedly.
And they do.
Ever since Soups flew into town, he's been Lex's undoing.
But also his driving force in creating technology. Chief among them being his
so he is kind of a science.
This bad boy comes equipped with loads of goodies. A force field, electroblast, missiles, a chest laser, and wrist blades for all your Batman shanking needs.
Lex has utilized many different energy sources for his suits, but his newest
That's the thing. Like even with DC, I never knew that there were multiple types of kryptonite. Green, red, gold, blue, white, and black.
Yeah. And the ones that, and it's like Superman gets hits for everything. But was Lex really that wrong?
That's what I'm saying. He has good intentions, and he's not wrong. Like I just watched the animated the Dark Knight Returns Batman thing, and how everything was going wrong. Superman's kind of old. They still call him in to handle business because society has fallen. Like he's the hero. We need help. It's called Superman.
Yeah, man. So, hey, I understand.
Yeah.
Is the Mother Box, a nigh inexhaustible piece of new god technology with which Lex can create energy beams, repair his suit, and teleport via quantum folding.
The suit can survive a planet exploding and let old Lex go toe-to-toe with Superman himself.
Well, it is questionable if his suit is directly comparable to Superman going all out,
Oh, gosh.
especially with his reliance on kryptonite. But Lex has used it to fight with other DC powerhouses.
Like this orange bug man, Larfleeze, who's basically
That's
a
an Orange
one-man
Lantern.
Lantern
I just
Corps.
read about him
that
a couple
band
days
of
ago.
green boot
Orange
stoppers
Lantern, oh,
who
shit.
can cross the universe in under an hour.
Knowing DC has a universe at least 100 trillion light years across, this would require a speed over 5 quintillion times
My
the speed of light.
gosh, another
Or How
number.
about the time Green Lantern Kyle Rayner held back the big frickin' bang?
Much of Lex's tech is relegated to the war suit, but he does have on-hand gadgets too, such as a heat ray, robot replicas called Lexbots, and a special barrier that temporarily turns anything it touches two-dimensional.
It turns you 2D, huh? That sounds like a weeb's wet dream.
Blah, blah, blah.
How does that work?
That's the Rocky and Bullwinkle
Actually,
movie.
by
Yeah.
applying higher dimensional physics to a simple 2D grid, we can replicate and place the form of a three-dimensional object into a lower, flattened form.
You gonna be-
Make it stop! Make it stop! Wow, I knew the old squirrel diet was a good idea. Unlike Lex's 80s tech, he's not all two-dimensional. Sure, he's had his squabbles with Superman, but after Supes died, not when he punched the gray guy when he blew up this punk Denny, he gained a newfound respect for the Man of Steel and took up his mantle. Maybe he isn't the bald psycho everyone thinks he is.
Doubtful. Lex's actions, both good and bad, tend to stem from one thing. He really wants to be Superman himself.
He jelly. It would explain why he made the Everyman Project,
guys.
an experiment
Everyman
meant to turn
projects.
normies into superhumans.
Bubblegum
Unfortunately,
shield.
Lex's genes were not compatible. He still went through the procedure.
Oh,
but
God.
even after
Why?
some voluntary organ harvesting, he only had 6 months to live.
Wow, Lex really does want to be Superman, even if it kills him.
But if Lex can't be Superman, he might as well
Technically.
make himself the one person that super citizen has to answer to.
President.
Which is why Lex decided to, what else, run for president.
Hey,
Can you imagine a president who's an evil billionaire and hates aliens? So unrealistic.
Lex was already a guy
Yeah,
with
we-
a few real attachments.
You gotta just put the
and
picture up
became
with that.
all the worse when he learned he could neither be nor control Superman. Take, for example, the time he made a cure for his sister's terminal illness,
Well, that doesn't seem so bad.
and then reinfected her with that same illness seconds later, just to prove he could.
Jesus
Lex
Christ.
give it. Lex take
Never
him
mind,
away.
Why would anyone work for
Oh
this guy?
gosh.
Lex's outlook on life actually gained a big following. After traveling millions of years into the future, because comics,
So I'm just trying to catch y'all. This is a little much up
Do
here.
Superman and Batman's secret identities. Impels Starfire with single blast. Oh gosh. Island size asteroid through space. Vaporize 3 Omax at once.
He got some feats, man.
Man.
Made Superman bleed without kryptonite. Beat Supergirl, Shazam, Larfleeze, and Brainiac.
Man.
Yeah, all right.
Like DC. I'll tell you this. DC imagination definitely goes further than Marvel at times.
It's not even imagination. It's the characters. Every time they do a new comic, it's a different writer who adds things. They've been doing this shit since the 40s, man.
yeah.
So there's millions of stories they can go by.
I see.
saw a world where his goals became reality, where people quit aspiring to the impossible standards of superheroes, instead embracing who they were deep down, selfish and greedy animals.
So he literally inspired a philosophy around being the opposite of Superman.
Apparently. Isn't it ironic, though, that even those who
Don't
chose
you
to
think?
follow Lex's ideals called this philosophy doom?
Huh. I guess Lutheran was already taken. Anyways, his fanboys from the future might consider it their doom, but to Lex, his ideals are everything. And
look like
to his
Bruce
credit,
Willis in
they have
Injustice.
seen him through some pretty
Oh,
heavy
gosh.
stuff.
Like outsmarting Brainiac, getting tortured by Joker.
And getting shot out of a helicopter by a gorilla. Don't worry, somehow he got better.
Man, what?
Completely stripped of everything, standing before an almighty God, Lex Luthor will continue to defend his ideals. This harbinger of doom is truly beyond comprehension. Or so he says.
Who is it, Superman?
Lex Luthor, greatest criminal mind of our time.
Here we go.
At first glance, Latveria appears to be a humble nation located in the center of Europe, but within its borders may be the greatest threat the world has ever known.
That threat being the malevolent king, Dr. Doom.
But Doom did not start out as a king. Born as a Romani, Victor von Doom had a tumultuous childhood. After his mother's soul was taken by the demon Mephisto, and his father died on the run from an evil baron, Doom did what any mad scientist would do, and began making inventions.
Like his own robot replicas and Marvel's favorite retcon device, the Doombots. That sounds familiar.
The technical wonders he made while
So was that his height and weight before he got into the robot?
I know, he
offered him a
that gotta be when he's in the robot.
Why? Why does Doom hate squirrels? Why?
Squirrel girl, something like?
Maybe. I hate squirrels. Fuck.
You got it
A
right.
good old college try by Doom.
There, Doom built a device to communicate with his mother in the underworld. But because of a miscalculation that may or may not be thanks to the thing, it blew up in his face. Literally.
It's okay, though. After the explosion gave him a nasty scar, Doom ventured to Tibet, where some monks did him a solid and helped him build a suit of armor.
Made from a mastery of science and mysticism, Doom's titanium armor goes beyond the wonders of ordinary technology and into the absurd.
It's the Swiss Army knife of power armors, complete with electrical blast, a device that scrambles brain neurons, and a laser staff that doubles as a technovirus.
Finger lasers don't sound that threatening.
The suit can break through an enemy.
You play Marvel vs. Capcom too.
Pieces of the cross that Jesus Christ himself was crucified on.
Shout out to all my, oh my gosh. Shout out to all my Marvel vs. Capcom people. You know, Dr. Doom is quite possibly the best. A lot of people would say the dude on the big robot from X-Men name. Sentinel. A lot of people would say Sentinel, but real players know Dr. Doom from 2 and 3.
Yeah, Sentinel was just broken. That's why people play with him.
But Dr. Doom had some of the best moves. In 3, he's really achieved, especially with the missiles. Bruh, they got it right. see what's going on. I see Jesus.
I know.
Just in case a pesky Dracula comes your way, which he did. With this suit, Doom easily conquered Latveria and overthrew the Baron who gave him so much trouble years back. Aha! Take that, asshole!
Seeing how prosperous his rule was, Doom thought if he could make Latveria better by conquering it, why not make the whole world better by conquering it?
Well, I mean, a Panther God did say he should. Too bad he was always stopped by the Fantastic Four.
Movies to him, no justice.
Reed Richards,
or cartoons, for that matter.
Mr. Fantastic.
To put it lightly, Doom freaking hates him. One time, when Doom was being pulled into hell, rather than try to escape eternal torment, all he wanted to do was burn and scar Reed's face.
To Doom, Reed Richards is a man of unquenchable vanity and unmitigated arrogance, consumed by his own ego at the cost of everyone around him.
Yeah, I think Doom might be projecting a bit there.
Though he has failed many times to conquer the world, Doom certainly has the arsenal to do so.
Antimatter guns, bombs that transmute things to chrome, a molecular expander that turns tiny particles into boulders, and time shift bombs that'll send you several seconds into the past.
But his most interesting gadget is the Cosmic Power Siphon. While not particularly fashionable, at least before he implemented it into his suit, the siphon has absorbed and stolen the powers of numerous cosmic entities.
You might be asking, if Doom has all these gadgets, why doesn't he use them more often?
What in the world is this?
Well, in his own words, Doom's
live
reasons
action
are
shit.
his own. Do not question them.
But Doom is more than just a scientist. He's also a magician. In fact, a contender for Sorcerer Supreme. As such,
I
he
know
can
that.
employ all manner of magic spells. Barriers, teleportation, mystical energy blasts, etc.
And if he ever wants to Freaky Friday a foe, he can use a mind swap technique he took from the Ovoids to switch bodies.
Like this.
Oh, how do you walk with these scrawny legs? This one isn't even a gun.
Why are there 6 of you?
We talk shit about DC, but Marvel's overdoing it right there with this. This motherfucker's a
Come as
magician.
no surprise that a
Hey, man,
multi-classing
Doc
nerd
Strange,
like Doom
though.
has taken on some of Marvel's toughest heroes.
He's faster than Reed Richards, who reacted to interstellar beams fired by Galactus, and has even deflected Thor's hammer.
The same hammer that flew Thor across the universe in seconds.
Knowing Marvel's universe has a diameter of at least 1 trillion light years, Mjolnir must have been moving over 2 quintillion times the speed of light.
And that's not even getting into Doom's battles with the Green Universe Clapper, the Hulk.
Or the no-holds-barred punch he took from Sentry with only 7% of his suit's power left.
With so much tech and magic, it's a wonder Doom ever loses.
Well, for all his achievements, Doom does have one insurmountable weakness. Squirrels.
I knew it!
Told
Nobody's a
you,
match
bruh.
for those little bastards but me. But hey, as long as he stays on Bucktail's good side, he should be all right.
He also has a bad habit of just losing godlike power at the worst of times.
Like when his control over the power cosmic was taken by a plot-convenient cosmic energy-stealing super airplane.
Still, Doom
Plot
persevered
convenient.
and
So he's gonna
became
lose
the
by
god
plot?
Emperor of
Most likely.
everything. Until Mr. Fantastic stole his powers away.
Oh boy, if Doom already hated Reed, what did
Hey,
he
give me
think
one
of
more
him
pause.
after that?
Surprise!
Because I was doing some research on Fantastic Four, like Reed Richards. They say he may be the smartest person in any comic.
Yeah, that's why in some of the comics they have the Illuminati. They the ones that sent in the comics that sent Hulk to the planet
Yeah.
to get rid of his ass. Like they all came to that conclusion. And Reed Richards, Professor Xavier, I know there are two of them. I don't know who the other two are. But yeah, he's a huge deal in the comics.
Huge,
As I said,
man.
bro, movies.
They don't do no
no
justice.
justice, man.
They
I'm
just made
hoping-
like, oh, he's a scientist. Like, nah, Reed is like, like I said, one of the smartest.
That's what I'm
if not
hoping
the
with the new,
smartest.
when they reboot this, I'm hoping they do it right, man.
Yeah.
For the entire Fantastic Four.
Exactly, man. Get him justice.
Surprisingly,
Not
Doom's
Michael B.
time as a
Jordan.
god caused an epiphany of sorts.
Oh, you heard he's gonna be the next Black Panther. They supposed to bring him in to train Shuri, so she can take over the mantle.
Okay.
But he's gonna be involved in the next movie, definitely.
Ooh. All right. Let's see how that goes.
Look back on his actions, his ego finally shattered, and in his reflection was left with a desire to fix his ways.
So he took up the role of Iron Man of all people, stopped being so world-conquering, and became a good guy.
Just for a little bit, don't worry, he was back to being a maniacal would-be conqueror soon enough.
Comic book status quo.
It seems a literal multiverse-scale intervention couldn't keep Doom from being Doom.
Your plan to destroy them has failed, Master. Failed.
Ah, gosh, no.
Dr. Doom does not fail.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, the combatants
All
are
right.
set, and we've run the
Who
data
you
through
going
all
for?
possibilities.
But first, if
I
you
don't
want to
know,
be as bold
man.
and
They
confident
both
as
got
Lex and
bullshit,
Doom,
right?
try
It's
out
from that
Doom.
alone, Doom looked like
No,
he
it
got
takes
it.
I'm for the winner. I am going for Doom. Something about him. I think Marvel's due for one.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Doom, all that they start talking about magic and shit. Magic
Yeah.
is usually the killer of a lot of DC heroes. Magic is Superman's weakness.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
We
they got
gonna
the whole
see,
thing
man.
where he's taking people's powers and all that shit. So,
But my thing is, it's going to be something with their egos that's going to make one of them lose. I don't think it's going to be like a regular thing. I'm saying for something with their egos.
okay.
All right, so let's see.
Oh, a visitor?
Mr. Luthor, your company has invaluable resources for the people of Latveria. I will be seizing them.
Latveria? What an exquisite place to start a corporatocracy.
What?
Yeah, I guess.
You wretch!
Pathetic.
He's in his suit. How he get there so fast?
Oh, it was a bot. It was a robot.
A mechanical replica.
It's called a Lex bot, you knuckle-dragging buffoon.
Its design is rather ingenious. Not as ingenious as mine, of course. But enough talk. Let us end these.
Oh man, this made me think
With
Doom gonna lose, man.
What is this confounded contraption?
Two-dimensional morphographic technology. I haven't perfected it, but it's more than enough to exterminate an imbecile like you.
Pokeballs.
Enough to exterminate an imbecile like you.
All right, that's the thing that takes them back in time.
Yeah.
A couple seconds. I don't know what the fuck that was for.
What?
Fool! You fell for my time shift bomb. Now, foot dive!
Who died?
Foot dive!
Yep, it's Marvel's Capcom moved it. Oh gosh.
Got you. What a farce.
There we go. Big suit.
flexible. That word has no meaning for someone like me. What about you?
That box, it's marvelous and wasted on your incompetence.
Taking his power. All that shit.
Woo! Damn. Uh-oh.
Pitiful. What kind of a man are you?
Oh, sh.
A Superman.
Oh, man.
Still hiding behind this hideous mask, Tin Man? Let's show your true face the light of day!
Uh-oh.
Don't you see it? That mask is my true face.
Okay. All right.
Oh! Slice! Oh!
This power, it's like that of the gods beneath me.
I've heard of handing someone the L, but never pinning them to it.
Having a slight speed advantage and a stronger suit by most measures, Lex was able to hold his
He
own
dropped the
with Doom
damn
for a
L. He
time.
handed it to him.
And sure,
Yeah.
Lex could counter some of Doom's arsenal, but he couldn't defend against being transmuted to chrome, being blasted with antimatter, or getting his nerves scrambled from the inside.
What's more, Lex's mind has been swapped before, once with Superman, funnily enough.
Meaning if things got desperate, there was nothing to stop Doom from pulling a Captain Ginyu on Lex and swapping their minds.
Lex's mother box was certainly a powerful device, but he never quite mastered all of its potential. Not to mention, Doom's ace in the hole, the cosmic power siphon, has drained and stolen similar energy sources time and time again.
Yeah.
Galactus, Silver Surfer, and even the friggin' Beyonder.
Yeah.
I know this mulleted doofus
Hey,
doesn't
when they
look
mention
like
that, I'm like,
much,
all right,
but
that's
he
how it's gonna go
apparently
down.
has millions of
Yep.
times
It's the
power
only
of
way it
the
could've went down.
entire Marvel multiverse. And the siphon took all of it. There's no way the mother box could stand up to a device like that.
Thus, it was only a question of if Doom could bide his time before turning the tables on Lex.
And given all the beatdowns he's survived from Marvel
Okay, I
heavy
see
hitters
the
like
little
Hulk and
trail
Sentry,
up there.
I'd say Doom had that time.
Lex's tech was an impressive challenge that had the stats to contend with Doom. But against Doom's bewildering gadgets, magical trickery, and power-stealing siphon, the advantage was in the Doctor's court.
The King of Latveria claimed his
Sheesh.
victory. Hopefully Lex isn't a sore Luthor.
The winner is Dr. Doom.
I kind of figured, man, because Doom actually became a guy that wanted to comic.
Here we got
Who we
next.
got? Who we got, y'all? Ooh,
Hey,
Hahachi.
geese.
Ooh. Hey,
That's tough. That's tough.
that's gonna be tough.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Death Battle got some with him.
How many times Heihachi's been?
Yeah, that's gonna be that's good. Hahachi won it. That's all I'm gonna say. But
I don't know much about Geese's backstory.
I know about Geese. Geese definitely he actually has a double form and everything. Geese is a problem. But Hahachi, bruh, you seen what he can do.
Yeah.
But we just saw the Lex Luthor versus Dr. Doom. Shout out to Doom, man. I called it.
Yeah.
Doom is just
Had I known about the whole magic thing, I would have picked Doom from the start.
yeah.
Cause like they say how Lex takes Superman's powers.
Yeah.
As I said, magic always beats Superman. So
Exactly,
magic
man.
is gonna beat Lex.
Exactly, man. Shout out to Marvel getting a dub versus DC.
About time.
About time, because lately, when the Justice League Snyder Cut, DC been on a little roll lately. And, you know, WandaVision was good, and what's the other one? I haven't watched Falcon and what's the name yet.
I'm trying to wait till some episodes get in there.
Yeah. But what do you guys think, man? Of course, we telling you guys, leave your comments, show love and everything. Did you guys hate it? Do you guys have any information that they missing?
Yeah. Did Luthor get robbed? Let us know what y'all think.
So with all that being said, we are out of here.
Make sure y'all click all the links in the description from the original video to everything that we got going on. From our socials, hit our socials up, y'all. See what we doing when we not on camera.
Yes, sir.
Also, head over to the Twitch gaming page, our Patreon, and the merch at geeksunleashed.com. Get that merch on your body.
So we are out of here, man. Make sure you guys keep on liking. Make sure you guys keep sending suggestions as well as for videos. We growing with you guys, man. 2,000 up next. So with all that being said, we out. Mr. Swaggy and Waggy.
I'm just Dan.
And we out.